Hello, beautiful beings. I hope you guys are doing awesome in this beautiful, warm day. Just wanted to come on here to talk a little bit about our children or just teenagers in general. You know, a lot of them, a lot of beings, right? A lot of teenage beings and adults are going through a lot of trials, maybe you want to call it. I don't know, but like the relationships are being tested in some kind of way, and I just think that whomever is involved in that relationship should really sit down and have like a really heart-to-heart talk about everything that bothers them on each side, you know, on either the children, teens, adult children, you know, whomever is still at home with you, and the parent or the aunt, uncle, whatever, the grandmother, grandfather, the mother, the father, whatever it may be. Really have like really have a heart-to-heart talk with them about the issues that you might be experiencing with them. You know, a lot of the children, they don't understand what the adults in the home are going through. Everyone is going through some kind of change during this time right now. And whether we like it or not, change is coming. And the kids, I've noticed like people telling me, wanting to talk about whatever relationships, it's mostly about the children not understanding and the children feeling sometimes very entitled. But you have to let them know, because I hear from a lot of adults, oh, they don't know what I've gone through, you know, the things that I've done to make things happen for them, to put food on the table, to pay the rent, the mortgage, bills, whatever, to buy them clothing, you know, all that stuff. They don't understand that, but it's because you never tell them. You got to tell them. You got to let them know what it is that you struggle with just to make ends meet, so that they can understand. And the parents or the adults in the home shouldn't stay quiet and just ignore the issue or the problem. You get me? You have to have conversations with your teens and children, you know, or whomever, if it's two adults or whomever the relationship may be. You guys should really have these really deep conversations about what it is that you go through, so that the other person can understand what you're going through, and it doesn't end up in exploding. It doesn't end up in arguments, in fights, you know, because a lot of that is happening right now, a lot. So it's better to have like a really honest and heart-to-heart conversation with the other person that you're having an issue with in your home, or whichever relationship it is. You should really, really have it, because that is going to help out so much, and it's going to help understand the other person, and then it's going to give the person going through it, it's going to give them a relief of letting the other person know what they're going through. I hope you understood that. Anyway, but I just think that it's best to do it that way. You know, as a mom of 5, because I have 5 babies, they're all, you know, 18 and over. So I went through a lot. I have 2 daughters and 3 boys, and the last 2 are twin boys. So I learned a lot, you know, and throughout being a parent, you make a lot of mistakes with the first couple children, you know, because we're learning, we're brand new parents. I became a parent at 17. So, you know, I was a teenager having a baby. That's not an excuse, but you learn from it. You know, and you become making, you evolve into making better decisions with the other ones that follow along. But they also have to understand, because, you know, I would get the, oh, well, I didn't ask to come into this world. Well, yes, you did, because you made a contract before you even gave birth that you would bring them out, assist them into bringing them into this world. So you can't use that as an excuse anymore, children, adults, teens. But what we have to start doing is having very honest and truthful conversations. You know, we might think, oh no, they're too young to understand this and this and that. No, they're not. They understand really good. Everyone likes to ignore each other. You know, when there's an issue, when they're not happy about something, you know, everyone likes to ignore it. Or when a parent says no, tell your child why you're saying no. You know, don't just say no and that's it. No, because I said so. No, you got to tell your child no, and then explain to them why you feel that that's the best decision. You know, compromise with your kids or the other person. Come to agreements. Come to helping them realize what you go through to do what you got to do to pay the bills and you know, everything that you're doing for them. And that way they can start opening up to you as well, so they can start being honest about their feelings as well. Because you can't just dump everything on your child, you know, and feed off their energy. No, it has to go both ways. You also have to ask the child, the teen or the adult, okay, let me hear your side. You know, what's going on with you? How do you feel? You know, and that's going to open up your relationship even more through the heart, you know, and you're going to be able to understand your child more, and your child is going to be able to understand you more, or, you know, vice versa with teens or other adults. Because, you know, in the Hispanic culture, at least in the home that I grew up in, we didn't have, you know, it was no and that was it, you know, or this or that. Never there was no explanation, or if there was a problem, it was just ignored, you know. And I don't believe in that. I believe that, you know, parents and children, teens or adults should always be more open and honest. You know, I taught my boys a lot of the stuff that boys need to be taught, you know. I had those conversations with all my kids about the birds and the bees and all that stuff, about, you know, sex and about sexuality, about hormones, about, like, they trusted me with, at least the younger ones, you know, trusted me more than they trusted anyone. You know, they always were very open with me, very trusting, and they came to me for advice, you know, and wisdom. And I was very happy. I'm always happy to help my children. And I think that that's how it should be, so that you can have a more open relationship with your child and a trusting relationship with your child, so that it can evolve into a beautiful relationship where, you know, yes, I understand that sometimes there's arguments and stuff like that, but there shouldn't be more arguments than good times. You know, there should be more peaceful and more loving experiences, you know, than bad ones. So I just wanted to talk about a little bit of what I believe in, and, you know, what I did. You know, I didn't use this way too much with my two older ones, you know, but, you know, I evolved, and it just feels great and awesome to have a relationship with them like the one I do. And that's all I wanted to say. I hope I was able to help someone. And if you have any questions, just send me a message. All right. Love you guys. Peace.